We're back.
We're back. Emergency lockdowns call for emergency Bible talks. Hello and welcome to St Paul's Cathedral, the home church for Anglicans in the Diocese of Melbourne and the province of Victoria. My name is Heather Pataka and I'm the precentor of the cathedral, and with me once again is our trusty Chief Props Officer, our Dean Andreas. Hello Andreas.
Hello, Heather.
Also with us today is Archie, our Chief Prop.
Archie's asleep on his bed.
Well, if he's asleep,
Well,
he's
actually
standing
not
up.
asleep. He's standing up, but
Yes.
he's doing a good
Anyway,
job.
there he is. As we Bible talk, we acknowledge the traditional owners of this land, the Kulin Nations, and we pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Well, you know, the suddenness of our lockdown makes us all feel like we're on a roller coaster, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, and as that extension that's been announced today too, that just makes it worse. One day we're all enjoying the tail end of sunny autumn weather, and the next we're homeschooling, working from home, shopping online and wearing masks everywhere. Well, whilst often being at home can be a comfort for us, at present it's like a discomfort because it's reminding us of the terrible situation for many people around the world where COVID is, let's be honest, raging still. It can make us feel very alarmed. Actually, we've got an alarm, haven't we, Andreas? So, today we are Bible talking the unchanging nature of God and his steadfastness.
We read in Hebrews that God is the same, yesterday, today and forever.
There are lots of characteristics of God that we glean from reading the Bible. Andreas, what do you think some of them might be if we were to make a list?
Well, God is eternal.
Yes, he has no beginning or end. Is that alarming, Andreas?
No, it's not.
We don't need the alarm?
Oh, we could.
Yeah, let's... And secondly,
God is self-sufficient.
nothing about him is reliant on anyone else or anything else in the universe.
I'll put the alarm on.
Oh, is that alarming?
No, I'm just using it as an alert.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, thirdly,
God is impassible.
God is not changed by things outside himself. And God is omnipresent. He's not confined by space.
And he is omnipotent, or omnipotent even. God can achieve what he wants to.
God is also omnibenevolent.
He is super good.
Yes, and God is omniscient. No, I can't say that word, that's hard. Omniscient. God
God has absolute knowledge of all things in all time.
And finally, the thing we're all being alerted to today.
God is immutable.
Yes. The character of God is changeless. As we read, I, the Lord, do not change.
Malachi 3:6.
And God is not given to flip-flopping between decisions or being dishonest in his dealings with us. God is not human that he should lie, not a human being that he should change his mind.
Numbers 23:19.
God is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will never be shaken.
That's Psalm 62:2.
And God is like an anchor. We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure.
Hebrews 6.
That's actually not an anchor, but it was the closest I
barometer.
could do today. Anyway. So, as we think about the changes and chances of life, as we face unpredictability in our circumstances, as we find ourselves having to change our daily patterns of life, as we might find ourselves in dealing with upset feelings or feelings of sadness or frustration or anger, in all these things, God is the same loving God.
He is the one we can turn to and rely on as unchanging when all things around us seem to be super unpredictable.
As God's people, we are encouraged to live out God's concerns and God's care for those around us. So this is a great time for us to think really carefully about how we can put that into action as we love our neighbours, as we care for those who are sick or disadvantaged, as we come across those who are in need at present. Whilst we ourselves might be feeling challenged, we are at the same time strengthened by the God who enables us to face that challenge. So I wonder what we can do practically to help other people at this time. Well, here are some ideas. Why not get in touch with a friend by phone or by Zoom or FaceTime or any other way you might like to chat to people? Don't message or text or email except to set up the chat. Actually talk to them. Get yourself a nice cup of tea or a hot chocolate or a cold drink and tell them you're so pleased to have them as your friend. So often we forget to tell people that we love them and that this actually is really a very good opportunity to let them know.
Another thing you might do is to write some cards. We're just doing that at the moment,
Yeah, we are.
aren't we? Writing some cards to our congregants to remind them that we're thinking of them and that we're praying for them every day. Just to remind them that as we go about running the worship services online here, we're also thinking of them particularly.
Perhaps you could do something to help those who are in very serious need at the moment. You might like to make a donation to an aid group assisting people suffering due to issues around COVID infections. It might be people who are living in a place where there is a lack of clean water to drink, or food for those in areas where famine has taken control, or support another cause where you feel you could do something really good by donating to it. If anything, this is not a time for donation or kindness fatigue, but instead for a time for us to think how we might dig deeper in our pockets or use our talents or share our concerns for others in a really practical way. There's nothing like steadfast concern and love that doesn't change with circumstance, to really encourage others and carefully represent our steadfast, unchanging God in this world. We'll see you next time.
See you.